Hello, it's 12:30 in the morning and I've been sick. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. Luckily I'm okay, but I was able to eat finally. I had half a banana just now and I was able to keep that down, but I've been sick since yesterday. Last night I got pretty sick where I just started throwing up. I drank too much, so totally on me, but I didn't think I drank enough to warrant throwing up for like 18 hours. I threw up. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital because I didn't have anything left to throw up to where I was throwing up. Like anytime my stomach like made stomach bile, I would throw it up immediately. So I just had no digestive fluids in me, and I threw up like it was green, and it was nasty. Um, it was horrible, and it got to the point where I was throwing up green with like chunks of little tiny like flecks of brown, which is likely my stomach kind of like digesting itself. It's sort of it's blood. It's oxidized blood. So that sucked. But luckily that was the last time I threw up, and that was quite a few hours ago. I didn't sleep the whole night because I was throwing up. So anytime I laid down, I would throw up. So I just sat up and I just doom scrolled the whole night. Watched Family Guy. It was horrible. Actually terrible, but I don't know what to do because I shouldn't have gotten that sick from it. I mean, like I said, I threw up for 18 hours. I finally just got a couple hours of sleep and a nap, and all I've had is half a banana. I couldn't keep water down for the first like 14 hours, so I'm probably pretty dehydrated. I've been trying to keep drinking water. I shouldn't have gotten that sick, and I don't know, it made me realize, like, I'm just never gonna be a normal person. Like, I'm always gonna be weaker, and that sucks. I just have to deal with that. I think that's the only thing that ever keeps me going nowadays, is I'm not unhappy with my life. I have a lot to be happy about, and there's a lot I am happy about. I mean, I've got wonderful kitties. She's sleeping, snoozing. Very cute. Can't see her, but this took me forever to balance on my lamp, so I'm not gonna take down my phone to show you yet. But I mean, my cats are my world, and my husband, my boyfriend, he's my world. And my parents, my siblings, my sisters, they're my world. I mean, I have a pretty good thing going, but I work my part-time job and do my art and nothing else. I mean, what else is there? And I was thinking the other day, like, the two things actually, but first I did want to bring up, like, well, now I forgot, so I'll say the one I remember. I'm not doing anything but giving money from one millionaire to another. Like, all I do is get my paycheck from Mr. Ross. And because I work at Ross now, it's the Latino backrooms. But I work at Ross part time, and I get my paycheck from one millionaire, big Ross corporation. And then I pay my rent. So Corey Barton, big millionaire, property owner, landowner, landlord, gets the money. So he gets like my whole paychecks. My paychecks are $400, so it's $800 a month. That's barely enough to make rent. Rent is like, because I split it with my boyfriend, it's like $740 a month. And a little more because fees and dumb online convenience stuff. I might just like, whatever. Anyway, and then I go shop at Walmart, buy some groceries. Big Walmart gets my money. He wants out. Okay, I guess I gotta show you them. Baby girl's passed out. Oh, pretty girl. My baby girl. He's just, I almost knocked down my vomit trash can. Oh, hi. Did you just want attention? That's all. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Yeah. Such a silly guy. You want mama to let you out? You want mama to let you out? Okay. There you go. I guess I'll leave it open a crack. It's so silly. Loves his mama. He's a mama's boy. She's her daddy's girl. Very cute. Okay, open my door, I guess, but it's just. I'm gonna close it. Okay. He's taken care of, but. Anyway, that's all I do. I'm just the facilitator of trading between millionaires. I get to keep maybe a small percent of it. I have like a small savings built up and stuff like that, but what do I actually get out of it? I have a lot of stuff. I have an apartment. I mean, all I do is rent. I don't own anything but my car. My car is all mine. Luckily, I was able to buy it full out, but it was only like $1,600, and I was like $700 to fix it up. So that's pretty good. But it was a good deal. But anyway, so that's all I've been thinking about lately. Is I go to work just to make money, just to spend it on things I need to live. You know how expensive toilet paper is? Like, I get the forever rolls, so it's the comically large rolls that go on the side of the toilet. It's really funny. It's like $30. $10 a roll. Which, granted, they last quite a while, but oh my god. That's like something I need, dude. I can't just not have toilet paper. Like, I was on my period. I just got off my period. I mean, I have to buy. It's this shit I have to buy. I need food to live, and I have to buy it. I mean, it sucks. It sucks a lot, but so I just think about that. I think the other thing I remembered was I don't I'm not depressed. Well, I guess I would say I am. I'm not really like unhappy. Like I said, you know, I got a lot to be happy about, but I think it's the positive mindset that carries me through, you know, realizing the ways in which I am winning in life, you know, I am ahead of my peers in the savings that I do have. I am lucky enough to have a boyfriend that I love and who loves me. I got my cats. I have a really good relationship with all my family members, and okay, the door just opened. Spooky! Because my cat's on the other side of the bed. That's my closet door. Oh well. Anyway, um, you know, I can recognize the ways in which my life is good. I just don't really want to live it. You know, I'm just more than anything. I find that I'm tired, but it's the positive mindset that carries me through. I don't think I fully believe it. It's more of like a fake it till you make it kind of thing, but I feel like that's all I do. That's all I do is I just fake it, and that's why I don't have any friends. I mean, that's the one way in life my life is really lacking is, you know, I have some form of income. Granted, part-time isn't the best, but I mean, I have a job, I've got a home, I've got family, I have a boyfriend, I have pets. I mean, like, I've got a lot. I can afford all of my amenities, you know, my life is okay. But where I fall short is I have a couple friends. However, I I actually had people reach out to me to check if I was okay. To be like, yeah, you should probably go to the hospital. But luckily, I'm actually okay now. But I I actually did realize that it meant a lot to me for the people to reach out. I had maybe my boyfriend obviously had been taking care of me, but I had three friends check, four maybe, even maybe three, I can't remember, but I had people check in on me and ask if I was okay, if I was gonna be okay, and no one ever did that when I was gonna kill myself. No one ever did that when I cried in math class. I mean, no one took notice, and now I have people that look out for me, and that's pretty cool. That was a really big realization for me. Is like I have people now. I don't know if they're really my friends. I mean, two of them are. One of them is my best friend Preston. The other is his wife, TJ. Cameron, my boyfriend's best friend, reached out and said, like, "Are you good, dog?" And then I had like an online friend that I was like, "Hey, like, you should go to the hospital." I was like, "Hey, American healthcare, not it." But I had 4 people check in on me, and I only had one person ever ask how I was doing when I was really like planning on ending it all. That was my junior year of high school, and only one person ever checked in on me, and it was just like it was the friend of my best friend Preston. So his name was Connor, but we were all in like a friend group together for a little while, so we got along and stuff. People called him Connie Catboy. It was great. Good memories, but he was the only one who ever said anything, and it was just once. I mean, and it was like an ongoing issue, like where I was going to kill myself. I had no one, and I like cried every day. It was a really bad point in my life. Definitely the lowest. However, it's not like that anymore, and I have to remember, like, I don't feel like I have friends. I don't feel like I have really good connections. No one to hang out with, but there are people that care about me, and there are people who might consider me their friend to a degree. So that's nice. That's really nice. I grew up having where my best friend, I wasn't ever their best friend back, and it's always been like that. I've always had that happen where I was just second rate, and I guess it's fine. I just not have that. I have my boyfriend. I mean, I go days at a time where I only talk to him, and oh, good, he's up on my bed. He got up. He's cute, but I go days at a time with talking to only my boyfriend, only my cats, and I'm pretty much fine with that. I think the problem is I'm not making friends because I don't really want to. It is like the one thing missing from my life. It's the one aspect in which my life really lacks, but I just feel like I should have friends. I don't actually want them. Anytime I talk to people, hang out with them, like, it's nice. Connections are always nice. Feeling that bond is good, but I just, I don't actually want to hang out. I don't actually want to talk to them. I don't have anything to say. Like, it just kind of feels like nobody gets in real, like, good conversations anymore. It's just kind of small talk, and it's just kind of like, I don't get any new perspectives usually. It's just reaffirming everything I already know about the world, so why would I talk to people that just do that, I don't know. And like, granted, it's just small talk. I shouldn't expect much, but I don't know. I think it's just nice because I get a glimpse into people's lives. I'm never gonna walk in someone else's shoes, so when they tell me about, like, oh, I also watched Markiplier growing up, things like that, oh, that freaked me out. It's little eyeballs. But, it's nice to get a glimpse into other people's lives. Like, social interaction is good. I chat with people at Ross, things like that, while I'm at work. I just don't have anyone that I feel like I could, like, really connect with as a friend, like, just because I don't want to. Like, it's simple as that. Like, I just don't want to make the effort to. I don't want to. And it's not like it's an inconvenience. I'm not afraid to inconvenience myself for people. If anyone contacted me right now and said, like, I need help, I'd say, wait till tomorrow, I've been sick. But I would be out there, I would help them. And it's not that I'm not willing to go out of my way for people, I just have no desire to. Like, I really don't. I don't feel like I need friends, and I'm starting to realize, like, that's the reason I don't have friends, is, like, I just don't want them. I don't want it bad enough, literally. And so, for how, I don't know, I haven't really been lonely. I still get lonely sometimes where, my boyfriend's busy hanging with his friends, and I have no one at that point. But I still visit my parents, stuff like that, and, I get through it. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I've fully formed an opinion yet on whether or not I want to make friends, but I really don't think that I do. I don't know. know. I think especially now that I'm working where I wasn't before. I went like a year without working to where I wouldn't talk to anyone. But now at least I have that daily social interaction. So at least I'm getting somewhere. I don't need friends, I guess. It is what it is. But anyway, that's kind of all that's been on my mind lately. It's just that I'm weaker. I'm always going to be weaker than the average person. Stronger than the average girl. Look at that. Look at that sleeper build. You ready? Well, it doesn't look like much, to be honest. I'm hoping that I didn't lose too much weight. I've really, since starting my part-time job, I have been getting stronger. My mile time improved by a full minute since the start of the year, so that's good. It's still at 10 minutes, which isn't good. Like, that's like 1 minute better than my elementary school mile time. And I was like half this height, so my leg span, nothing compared to what it is now, except I was always tall, but, anyway, I'm physically horrible. I mean, I'm strong on like a surface level, but like, god dude, if like 3 shots about killed me, and like it was a mixed drink I had. It was the first time trying it. Was Absolute vodka, the mandarin flavor. I always hear that I say that wrong. I grew up calling those little oranges mandarin oranges. Apparently that's not right. It's probably Mandarin, like the language. But I say Mandarin, so I got Mandarin flavor alcohol, and I took a sip of it. I'm like, you cannot taste this at all. It tastes like a great drink, like alone, no mix. So I put in like half a thing of pineapple kombucha and then half a thing of orange juice and just 3 shots. Drank that. I didn't even feel horrible. I didn't feel too drunk, but then I just threw up everything I ate. And well, my boyfriend and I watched Star Wars together, so that was fun. But I have drank more than that before. Granted, I didn't eat enough. That's a big deal, but I ate, and I don't think it should have kicked me as hard as it should have. So I probably have like a stomach ulcer or something. There's got to be something wrong there. There's got to be some underlying reason why I'm dying all the time. Why I have just get sick so badly, because I can't tell you how horrible it was today, laying in bed doing nothing, and I probably have like 11 hours of screen time on my phone because I didn't have the brain capacity to do anything but scroll, watch Family Guy. I started watching Skins again, and I haven't seen. It's like a 2007 British slice of life reality show type thing. Not reality, but just like a show. It's scripted, obviously, but. Anyway, Skins is great. Check it out. I haven't watched it since sophomore year, so I'm rewatching it, and that's been nice. But, god, dude, I laid in bed all day, sat on the couch half of it, and then got in bed, tried to nap, couldn't. I tried to lay down, I throw up, so it was a miserable day. And on top of that, my joints hurt. I feel like I'm not able to keep enough food down to where my body can't repair itself right now, so I'm just gonna be suffering. Glad I had to call out a Ross today. I took an extra shift, so luckily it wasn't like my normal schedule, but normal. I just get thrown in wherever. So I have a 3-day weekend, which is nice. So today's technically Tuesday because it's midnight. So I have today and tomorrow to recover. I'll try to sleep the best I can, and I'm not even tired. I think that's, why I'm doing this. I have nothing else to do. I could watch shows and stuff, but I'm not even tired now because I haven't done anything all day. I haven't gotten any physical activity toward needing real rest and sleep. Being sick probably does that. I mean, I do get because just throwing up takes a lot out of you, dude. All my stomach muscles tight, I'm tensed up, and I'm getting sweaty throwing up because it's just takes everything out of me, So granted, I did work out that way, but food also helps with sleep, and I had half a banana because I ate the other half at 2 p.m. today, and I threw it up 20 minutes later. So I just couldn't keep food down. I just ate half a banana, and it's seems like it's settling fine, so I'm okay. And I'm just gonna ramble because I don't want to do anything, dude. All I do is I work my silly part-time job, and I Drawing's been nice. I'm doing good. I'm getting better at drawing, which is nice to see. I think that's what's really keeping me, like, not sane, because I've got a lot keeping me sane, but that's what's keeping me busy. That's what's keeping me from actually destroying myself, is because if I didn't have that, if I didn't have like a real hobby that was creative and like I'm turning a blank canvas into something, you know, I'm making something, I have something to show, like I have these finished art projects to show for my time, and that feels good. That's a great hobby because of that, you know, I'm gaining skills that I can show for it, and that's cool. But like, I don't know what I'd do without that, because what do I do outside of that? I draw for maybe 2 hours a day, 1 hour, and like that's like the most I can really handle, to be honest, because it's just like kind of mind frying. 3 hours at a time drawing, 4 hours sometimes, fine, you know, I would love to, I love to do it, but it's just I always get interrupted by having to eat and things like that, you know, life. But I think without that, I would actually just self-sabotage a lot more. So I really want to get more hobbies somehow. I need some more good hobbies, because I play TFT a lot. That's all I do is play League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics. I haven't learned the full game yet, but I'm trying to learn that. And that's been fun. It's not a bad use of my time, because it's such a thinking game where it keeps my brain active, at least. It's something, but and you know, I do have something to show for my time. It is the skills that I've built. It's just a game I can play, but it is skills I've built. It's something. It's not. I don't think it's as impressive as art. It's like being okay at solitaire versus being okay at drawing. You know. And one of those is definitely more impressive, I would say. However, I think being extremely good at solitaire would be way cooler than having the art skills that I do, because solitaire gets like pretty intense. I haven't played it since I was a kid, but for some reason that was the only game I could think of. Which is wild, but alright. I could have chose like Counter-Strike or something, but fucking card game. Anyway, I was just trying to get like a non-video game example, I guess, but because like I played Counter-Strike for maybe 2 months, and I was like, I just can't do this. I'm just not improving, you know. I was improving, but not to like a playable skill level. So gave up on that. I can't lie. It's still nice to surf sometimes, but oof. Anyway, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I already just don't fucking do anything, and I don't know. I think my boyfriend and I are kind of stuck in that way, where he drinks a lot, low-key an alcoholic, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him, really, because what else do you do? What else is this life? And that's what I was really thinking about the other day. Was people used to just like do stuff more just for the hell of doing it. Now it's always like, will doing this make you money? But people they used to just go off-roading. I mean, like my mom would tell me stories of how she'd just get in her truck and go four-wheeler and just drive, you know, and that was like an activity. Cruising through town was like an activity, and I just don't think I do enough activities anymore. Like, why isn't this stuff like regarded as fun? My hair's super greasy, sorry, I haven't showered in a while, and I've been sick and sweating, so I look pretty gnarly. But that's what I was thinking about, was just like, what do people do nowadays for fun? And is it like, why don't we as a society prioritize enjoyment of life over making of money? Because anytime I tell people I draw or do art, they're like, oh, are you gonna sell stuff? Are you gonna like make it money off of it? No, I just like to draw. I just like it. You know, my whole life I always do that. It's like if you have something that you can make money off of, you have to use it for that. Even outside of the money thing, I've been a tall kid forever, but everyone was always like, why don't you do sports? Why don't you put your tallness to good use? I don't enjoy sports. I don't enjoy it. So yes, I'm letting my height as a commodity go to waste, but it's not enjoyable. Why would I do something I don't enjoy just because I could do it, you know? And I don't know. Anyway, it's weird. So I don't know. He drinks a lot. I smoke a lot. Because what else, dude? What else do I do? And, you know, I still go on walks. I still find things to do that are really doing something, that are getting me out of the house. I go to the gym. I go on walks. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I need to get more of my cat manga because I love that. A Man and His Cat. Super cute, wholesome. I have lots of books. I mean, I have tons of stuff that I could be doing. I could learn to sew. I have a bunch of clothes I want to fix up. And what do I do? I just don't do it. I'm just choosing not to. And why? Why don't I get it together enough to where I can just pull out my sewing kit instead of just wanting to not do anything? And I think that's my biggest problem. That is where my depression shows through, is just actually having no desire to do what is enjoyable. I don't have any desire to, well, I do, but I have very less of a desire to enjoy life, to do things that actually make me happy and bring me joy. I just don't really feel like it, and I don't know. I don't really know what to do about that. How do I, and, well, I do know what to do. It's really it's inertia, you know, the basic law of inertia. An object in motion will stay in motion until there are, like, forces against it, you know, but I gotta get the ball rolling, essentially. I think that's the biggest thing, is if I want to do it, doing it will create the habit. And so if I want to read more, I just have to read more. If I want to sew more, I just have to sew more. It's not about motivation. I have discipline issues, I would say, to where I'm not able to discipline myself enough to do it, because I'm just arguing with myself, like, hey, like, do this. I'm like, what if I just don't? And I just fold. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you got a good point. You know, when I'm reasoning with myself, it's not gonna get me anywhere. So instead of discipline, I need devotion. I need to be like, I want to do this. This is the person I want to become, and I will become it. And I haven't had enough of that in my life, to where, or at least I've been focused on other things, to where I think I've been a pretty good girlfriend. I'm working on a lot of my communication skills. I've got really, like, much better at that, to where I'm able to talk about what's upsetting me. I mean, like, eventually too. There's times where I definitely, like, internalize it, but you know, for like 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to put it into words. Like, I'm ready to talk to you, babe. But I've been doing really good on communication, things like that. I do great at work. I mean, I just gotta want it more, and I don't want it more. I just wanna, I mean, this isn't the life I wanna live. That sucks, because I don't have a choice. I don't wanna live in this world where I have to go to work for the rest of my life just to give money from one millionaire to another. I don't want that. You know, I have to grow up knowing I'm never gonna be anything I wanted to be as a kid. I probably won't be able to be a mother. I probably won't be able to be an artist, really, you know? And so what is there? If I can't really achieve what I want to achieve in this life, why do I stick around? And I think I stick around because I enjoy it. I make memories, bonds. It's about everything I create now, you know? Because there's a lot that matters to me. And I don't think I matter to a lot of people, but I do matter to some people. There's some people that care about me. And making those memories with them, that's gonna last forever. So it's worth it to stick around. I just don't want to do it anymore. I really don't. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I hate waking up. Still, I think it just sucks that I've been like this since I was a kid. I wish I had some other frame of reference to go off in my life, but I've been depressed since I was like 10. I don't know a lot else, and I can't remember enough else. And it's what I do remember that really carries me through. I know why I do it. I know why I'm still alive. I just don't want to be. It's not worth giving up. I would never trade the life I have for nothing, you know? I would never give up the life I get to have with my cats and my boy. He's everything to me, and I want to live my full life with him. I do. And that's thinking about the life that we have together. It's not so bad. It really isn't. I mean, I do still get to have my apartment. I get it decorated the way I want, you know? It sucks how, you know, in the big things in life, you know, and what I do with all of my time, I don't really have a choice. That sucks. It sucks that I can't choose not to work. It sucks that I can't choose to participate in our system of capitalism. I'm not in good enough health even to where I could go live in a cabin in the woods and be self-sufficient. That's what sucks, is I'm too weak to be self-sufficient. And I'm always gonna have to rely on others. I don't really wanna. Which isn't a bad thing, but there's no, like, real community anymore. There's no connection. Have you met your neighbors? I don't know any of our neighbors. We've lived here for a year and a half now. I don't know anyone in the apartments around me. I've met one person, and she was an old lady. I helped with her groceries, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just watching over my son's apartment because he is in the Air Force and got deployed." Like, ooh, R.I.P., you know, but she was nice, very nice. But that's the only person I've met here. There's no actual community anymore. It used to be like, "Hi, new neighbors, we baked you some goods," and like, "Welcome," and stuff like that. But nobody's connected anymore. I think nowadays everyone's so separated, and there's not any real way to change that, I don't think. Because I don't want to be the person that shows up with brownies that's like, "Yeah, I homemade these." Oh, did you poison them? Did you... Like, I would feel weird, and I don't like store-bought goods. I don't like that. Maybe I'd bring over some fresh fruit or something, but... I don't know, there's nothing anymore, you know? There's nothing, and I don't know if life is about connections and bonds. I feel like we're making less of those now. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm playing with ponytails, I gotta put them down. There's less of that than ever. So if life is about making connections, building bonds, which I think it is, I mean, that's the only thing I'm gonna, what I believe is, I think that's the only thing I have after I die, is my memories, the memories I made with the people who I care about, you know. And I hope all I can do is, you know, hope, faith, and love, the big three. All I can do is hope that there is eternal life, and I get to keep all these memories, and that it was worth something, you know. That's all I can do, and I think that carries me through quite a lot, is that hope that it's not for, the suffering isn't for nothing. Because if you die and go to heaven, let's say that's what really happens, is you die, you go to heaven. When you get there, it wouldn't make sense for you to not keep your memories, because, one, that's the formation of your soul being. I mean, you can still move on after. I think you can still change as a person, become a better person while you're in heaven. I think everyone's going to, you know, they get the eternal knowledge. They get to understand, like, what I did in this life was right or wrong. You know, it's a real perspective in that, you know, because Jesus died on the cross. I don't mean to get religious on you. Some people don't. I mean, I'm not like a heavily religious person. I'm just a very strong believer. That's all. I have really good faith, and I don't think I'm the best person, but anyway, when Jesus died on the cross, he said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." Yeah. Anyway, I mean, the Jews knew they were killing Jesus Christ. I mean, they knew they were killing the Son of God. Granted, they didn't accept him as so, but the people who did, like, they lost their savior that day, and he risen and stuff like that. Very good. But what he said was, you know, they know not what they do, and that's true, because they knew what they were doing physically. They knew they were physically gonna kill Jesus Christ, but they didn't know the impact of that eternally. They don't know, you know, because you don't. We live only a lifetime. How can we know how our actions have these long-term, infinite, ringing consequences? Okay, and because of that, if you go to heaven and you keep your memories, one, happiness is nothing without sadness. You know, everything you need to experience times of like pain and tragedy in order to appreciate the really happy moments. So if you didn't keep memories of that suffering, if you left it all behind, clean slate, how could you appreciate the life that you live in heaven? You know, because I want to be chilling up there, dude. I want to like suffer really horribly on earth like I am. I want to go through the motions, and I want it to be over. I want to know what it was like to suffer, and then know what it's like to not, dude, to live in the clouds, to live in that fluffy, everything is great world, you know? I think I don't know. It'd be interesting, but it's pretty cool. I just, I don't know. I think that keeps me going. It's the idea that it is worth something. I think as soon as you consider life experiences to be worthless, then like you're done. That's it for you. Like it's over, game over, you know? It's ended, bro. Because if you don't value life, what else do you got, you know? And I think I'm gonna stick around. I'm not gonna kill myself. I already decided not to. I made the big decision to live, which was a lot harder than deciding to die. Deciding to keep living after I decided to kill myself was really hard. It was really hard to turn my life around, and I'm still working on it. I mean, I'm still depressed, I'm still struggling, but, you know, I'm smiling, and I was just sick and threw up for 18 hours, and it's been over, I don't remember the last time I eat, so it's probably been over 24 hours since I've had, like, a real meal. That half a banana is gonna have to put the work in, but anyway, like, I can still, if I can still smile after all the suffering I went through today, then what is it when I'm really happy? How much am I gonna smile when I'm actually having a good time? Because I'm not having a good time right now. I'm really not. I mean, I'm just laying in bed watching Skins, hanging with my cats. My boyfriend's asleep on the couch watching Family Guy. And I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly happy, but it's enough that I can smile, and I think that's fine. I just want to get through it. That's all. I want to live life the best I can, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways in which I fall short, but there's a lot of ways in which I struggle to feel like it's worth it to change. You know, as long as I've got the connections I want, the bonds that I have, as long as I have my boyfriend and my parents, you know, my parents are gonna die before me, hopefully. Not that I want them to go anytime soon, but I mean, I hope they don't have to lose me. That would be horrible for them, but, you know. Oh, hi, Mo. Gotta